Alright, what's going on YouTube? I am Counterpunch Boxing. Look, so someone wrote a comment in the comment section. I did a Q&A video, and everyone's telling me I sound like Chanel or Chanel, what the hell ever. Some like USC guy, whatever. He does like the MMA shit, you know, the reporting. But I'm telling you, I'm on a microphone that makes me sound completely different is what it is. But anyway, you know, I'm getting comments like that. I changed up my microphone, but that's okay. You know, it'll be like my alter ego. But look, today, it is a beautiful, and when I say beautiful, I mean absolutely just perfect day here in Houston. I mean, 70 degrees, beautiful weather, chilly outside, sun shining. Oh man, beautiful. Look, we don't get many days like this, you know, especially after the hurricane. So I'm in a good mood, and you know, I got a good video for you guys today, so stick around. Now, look, I'm gonna break it down for you. We're gonna talk about Adelaide Byrd, the final ruling from Bennett, the president from the Nevada State Athletic Commission, and the Charlo twins. You know, a lot of you guys keep asking me about their demeanor, and one guy put it in the comment section. You know, shout out to you. He said, you know, that they're sore loser or sore winners. You know, it's like I've heard it being like a bad loser, like a sore loser, but they're, you know, when they win, they don't act right either. And if you remember, there was an incident where J-Rock came into the ring after Jermall fought, and then there was like this altercation. And, you know, they kind of have that gangster thug thing going on, that tough guy thing going on. And, you know, people are, you know, they're just wanting to know what I think about it. And I know exactly what it is because I was raised around it, right? I mean, these guys are from Houston, where I grew up, born and raised, right? And, I mean, briefly, I could tell you what it is. I mean, especially in Texas, you have to understand the environment here, the culture, or whatever. Everyone in Texas, most people are just like really tough, you know, strong-minded people, and pretty much every guy in Houston, they all act like the Charlo twins, just, you know, tough, hard-ass guy type guys. That's just how everyone around here, how they all act. But they also have that Southern hospitality. You know, they're good people at heart. But I do think they need to chill a little bit, because I think they're pushing fans away with all that, you know, tough guy, you know, mean, just kind of that mean-spirited vibe that they give off, that kind of gangster shit that they do. You know, that's not very appealing. And, you know, they need to market themselves a little bit better. So that's what I think about that. But like I said, Adelaide Byrd, I have a latest comment from Canelo, and really some criticism for Gennady Golovkin. Okay, you know, right now, Charlo, oh damn, let me get that off. Let me plug in my, hang on, I got to plug in my tablet here. Okay, Charlo, the #1 mandatory for the WBC, but right now we know that Golovkin, he's probably not going to take it. You know, now potentially we could have a Charlo Golovkin fight like December, something like that. But I don't think Golovkin is going to take it. And you know what? I'm a little bit disappointed. Okay, I'm disappointed because, you know, we didn't get the Billy Joe Saunders fight, right? And I mean, dude, that was, man, that was for the undisputed middleweight championship, you know. And I even said, forget about the Canelo fight. I mean, this is legacy. This is like Carlos Monzon, Bernard Hopkins. This is, you know, boxing history. You know, this is, take it. Like, you know, he needs to do it. You know, Canelo can wait. Canelo will happen. You know, so it seems like, you know, they're kind of sidelining Gennady Golovkin again. I mean, not only is he already missed one payday. Now think about this, okay? Think about this. He missed a payday waiting on Canelo because, remember, Oscar De La Hoya said, you know, you take the fight, and you know, we're not gonna agree to it because you could get hurt or whatever. Remember, and then he went and fought Julio Chavez Jr. And then, you know, it was like this WWE style. Gennady Golovkin comes out, you know, you know, all that shit. Look, fans go crazy. Okay, we get the fight. It was weird. It was weird. It seemed completely staged to me, right? But now, you know, he's going to sit out on another payday. We're talking, you know, $6 million, $7 million. He's potentially losing from not fighting Charlo and not fighting, you know, Billy Joe Saunders back in, you know, before the original Canelo fight. So, you know, it is disappointing to me because it seems to me that they're putting money before legacy. It's almost like they're letting Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy Promotion, control what they do, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Okay, and I'm a little bit disappointed. So I'm not going to lie to you. But look, let's get to some news here, people. And by the way, I've got a Loma Rigo video coming out. and Keith Thurman, Earl Spence. I got some good boxing news coming up. And yes, I am tired of talking about Gennady Golovkin and Canelo Alvarez, but you know what? Hey, it's news. I got to do it. It's breaking news. So here we go. And I told you guys I'm going to keep you guys up to date on this shit. And I'm on top of it, okay? I am on top of it right here. Okay, Adelaide Byrd. Now, look, Adelaide Byrd, before I read this to you, look, this woman should be banned from boxing. I mean, she needs like a restraining order. She shouldn't even be allowed within like 10 miles of a boxing event. And I think like even like her cable network company should like ban her from watching boxing in her own living room. Like this, she needs to be banned permanently from boxing. But what a disappointment here. You know, the Nevada Athletic State Commission, Bob Bennett, has confirmed the controversial boxing judge Adelaide Byrd is not under any form of suspension. What the hell? Byrd was highly criticized and came under heavy fire for the 118-110 card in the Canelo Golovkin fight. And basically he's saying, you know, hey, she's not, you know, she's not out. She needs to take a break. And he talked about her mental health and something like that, which I'll touch on that in a minute. Okay, this was not the first time where Byrd issued controversial scorecard in her career. And you guys know I made a video talking about this, okay? And I went over all of her bad cards in my video, okay? So here we go. Here's a follow-up, okay? There was a loud outcry for Byrd to suffer the same fate as C.J. Ross. Remember, the whole boxing community was calling for her resignation, for her to be fired, for her to be banned. You know, some kind of, you know, accountability, right? These judges, they need to be held accountable, and that's the problem. There's no accountability whatsoever. It's like they can literally rob you right in front of your face, and there is zero accountability, okay? Let's see, issued a okay, scorecards for the first Manny Pacquiao Timothy Bradley fight in 2012 and the Floyd Mayweather Canelo in 2013. They're talking about C.J. Ross. Remember, she had she had Mayweather Canelo a draw. A draw? What? Come on. Okay, this will not happen, says Bennett. Okay, ooh, we'll put the hammer down here. All right, hang on, let me get back to it. I mean, this guy here, like, someone needs to investigate Bennett because to me, he's the root of the problem. You know what I mean? He's the one that is in control. He's the one that has the power to make a change. Okay, she's not on suspension. Bennett said to the Las Vegas Review Journal, "We've rewatched the fight Canelo Golovkin together." Okay, so you got Bennett and Byrd. They rewatched it together, and we went over her scorecard. We decided it would be best if she took a break. We're expecting her back soon. Okay, so wait a minute. So you got Bennett sitting there with Byrd, watching it together, like what they're kicking it in the living room, right? They got Robert Byrd, the referee, over there making fajitas up in the kitchen. They're kicking it, and how did that? I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Like, what did they talk about? So to me, what he says right here, you know, he says we decided after they watched it. We decided it would be best if she took a break. Meaning, he's probably sitting there like, how the hell did you give that? How did you give that round to Canelo? Like, how did you not give that round to Golovkin? I mean, I'm sure those were the comments being made. But, you know, here's the thing. You know, the public outcry wasn't for Bennett to go watch it with her and confirm that, you know, she's corrupt. We all know that. The outcry, the outrage was for him to take action and hold her accountable. Accountability, okay? So, you know, he's like acting like he did his job. Like, oh, well, we did everything we could do, you know. No, you didn't. You didn't do shit. Nothing has changed, right? Okay, that's undecided at this point. Bennett said it was one bad night. We want her to be okay mentally, and then we'll move on. Okay, now this could just be a public, you know, little statement they're putting out, and maybe he will kind of blacklist her privately, but he doesn't want to just kind of like blast her in the media. Could be. Now, look, I'll tell you this. If she shows up in a high-profile fight again, we got problems, people. We got big problems. Okay. When speaking to the paper, Bennett also denied allegations of any favoritism or rotation to please Nevada officials. Okay. I mean, this is hey, just give me a minute. Okay, there's absolutely no rotation. Bennett said the best of the best judge fights in Las Vegas. I try to find the best 3 judges and look at the track record and see if they're in the right fit for that particular fight, or if they're the right fit for that particular fight. Okay, what he's saying is there's no, there's no, hand-picking judges, right? There's no fate. Like they randomly pull a name out of a hat. Again, complete nonsense, complete bullshit. I mean, this guy Bennett, like I said, forget about Adelaide Byrd. He needs to be put under investigation. He needs to be put under, the spotlight because, again, the root of the problem is Bennett, okay? I mean, because he's in charge, and he's allowing these people to corrupt boxing, okay? To completely ruin boxing, actually. Okay, now, this is, I believe, yeah, okay. For me, the priority is the rematch. Right now, I'm going to rest, but the priority is the tiebreaker in May. This is Canelo talking. Okay, we will try to make the fight, do the best we can to do it in May, Canelo said. It is up to them. If they want to make a deal for a rematch, I'm in it for the tiebreaker. Okay, now they're talking. So what Canelo is basically saying is there is absolutely no chance whatsoever for a December rematch. We know that, but right here, although Arlington, Texas and Las Vegas, Nevada have been viewed as a top location for a rematch, it's being said that nothing has been decided yet on a target venue. The only thing being insisted on is that the rematch will be held in May. So there you go, people, right there. Confirmation, okay? Golden Boy executives began the negotiations a few days ago for the rematch between the Mexican Idol and the Kazakh multi-champion, so it is expected that probably by the end of this year, there will be some concrete news about the second fight. In addition, the WBC has given the green light to the tiebreaker between, I don't know why they're calling it to the tiebreaker. I guess the draw. Okay, between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo, which gives Golovkin additional time to make his mandatory defense to top challenger Jermall Charlo. Okay, here's where I take issue, people. Okay, this is where you and I gonna part ways. This is where me and you about to part ways. Counterpunch boxing. I think, look, it looks like a duck to me. I'm sorry, it looks like a duck to me. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. And you could say, oh well, Charlo, he's not worthy of a match with, but Dominic Wade is. But Rubio is. Come on now, come on. I mean, you can say, well, he's at a different level now than he was before Canelo. He is the #1 mandatory for the WBC. That's exact. But there's rules in boxing, okay? There's things that should and should not take place, and I am a firm believer in fighting your mandatories. If you have a better matchup and you want to pay step aside money, something like that, fine. But look, there's nothing till May. I mean, this is crazy. So what, Gennady Golovkin say, oh, well, I'm not going to fight my mandatory, until May, basically, in the WBC. They're cool with it, right? Because, see, the WBC, they could order, I mean, they could basically tell Gennady Golovkin, you've got to take the fight and, either vacate the belt, pay step-aside money, do something, but you've got to take it. And that's what should happen, and I don't like the direction they're going in. Like I said, I feel like they should have taken the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and now they're doing it pretty much the same shit with Charlo. I don't like it. Okay, Triple D said, my brother hadn't fought enough. This is the Charlo twins talking here. Jermall about his brother Jermall. I was like, wow, Jermall Charlo won a world title. He moved up because he couldn't make the weight anymore, and he left that category to me. Okay, he's talking about his brother moving up to middleweight. I haven't heard anything about a Golovkin versus Jermall fight. They're talking about a rematch between Gennady Golovkin and Canelo. Forget a rematch. He's #1, said Charlo about his brother Jermall being Golovkin's #1 mandatory challenger with the WBC. Now, I mean, I agree. I really do. And I get it. It's probably a high-risk, low-reward type fight because I do think Charlo would get. Now, look, I mean, I kind of favor. I got to think about it, but I would favor Gennady Golovkin in that fight right now. But my point is, I feel like they're ducking them. I really do. I mean, I'm sorry. Hey, like I said, this is where we're going to part ways. But I try to be honest on the channel. I try not to be biased, and I feel like this is a clear duck, okay? And, I mean, at best, what is it at best? Come on. If it's not a duck, what is it at best? You tell me. Okay, Charlo until the WBC orders the fight. Now this is Abel Sanchez. Sanchez figures that it could be over 1 year before the Golovkin-Charlo fight is ordered because, like I said, the WBC, they've not ordered it yet, although he is #1 mandatory. So we might be talking about 2019 at least before Charlo has a single shot at fighting Gennady Golovkin. That's if Golovkin doesn't leave the middleweight division. Anything is possible. Golovkin might even continue to fight Canelo beyond that. And they're talking about, I mean, check this out. If Canelo and Golovkin end up facing each other 4 times, like what the hell? It could be a long wait for Jermall to get a fight against Gennady Golovkin. The worst thing that could happen for Jermall is for Canelo to beat Golovkin. That would mean the WBC, once he would fall vacant rather than into the hands of Canelo. So basically, yeah, if Canelo wins, then he's not going to accept the WBC, and it would then become vacant, okay? You know, who wants no part fighting for that belt? Golovkin would try and fight for Canelo to avenge his loss. So, you know, he won't worry about the WBC belt loss. You know, blah blah blah. You get it. I don't want to bore you with this, but you know, that's what I think, people. You know, like I said, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. And you guys know, you know, the Charlo twins, they're located right by me. I plan on going down there next week and trying to talk to them because, you know, I was invited to the gym whenever, you know, I met up with them at that Fox event that I covered, the PBC event that I covered. So, and if you guys go way back in my channel, you'll see my interviews with Charlo, and I did like a backstage tour of the event, that kind of thing. I was showing the cars outside, like the Lamborghinis and the Hummers and the Ferraris and all that. You know, so look, I talk to these guys, I know these guys, and I'm going to try to get in there and, you know, get an interview from them. But, yeah, I mean, right here, Dominic Wade, you know, there's been a lot of mandatory fights, so I just don't understand it. And to end, look at the difference, right? You know, I like to throw in a little bit of side note, a little something, something. I mean, look at the difference between this and that, right? I mean, that's not like a Manny Pacquiao difference, like moving through the divisions. This is like I mean, like, it looks like his dad. That looks like Canelo, and that looks like his dad standing next to him. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Or like his brother. I mean, it doesn't even look like him, but I wanted to kind of throw that in there to, you know, see what you guys think. But, yeah, that's pretty much all I have. I don't want to babble. What do you think, guys? Leave your comment below.